ADX Florence is one of the most secure and infamous prisons in the world. Located in the remote mountains of Colorado, it houses some of the most dangerous and violent criminals in the United States federal system. The prison is designed to be almost escape-proof, with high concrete walls, steel gates, and a series of security checkpoints that prisoners must pass through to move between areas. Inmates at ADX Florence spend 23 hours a day in their cells, which are approximately the size of a parking space and equipped with minimal furnishings. They are allowed 1 hour of exercise per day, alone in a small concrete yard. The prison is known for its strict rules and dehumanizing conditions, which can have a severe impact on inmates' mental health. Security at ADX Florence is extremely tight, with a range of advanced technologies and measures in place to prevent escapes and unauthorized communication. Prisoners are monitored constantly by guards and surveillance cameras, and any attempt to communicate with the outside world can result in severe punishment. The prison's remote location also makes it difficult for visitors to access, adding an extra layer of security. Overall, ADX Florence is a chilling reminder of the extreme measures that can be taken to isolate and control dangerous individuals. While it may be effective in preventing escape and reducing the risk of harm to the public, the prison's harsh conditions and dehumanizing treatment raise important questions about the ethics of punishment and rehabilitation in the criminal justice system. Tadmor Military Prison in Syria has gained a reputation as one of the most brutal and infamous prisons in the world. Located in the middle of the Syrian desert, it has been the site of unimaginable human rights abuses, including torture, executions, and mass killings. Originally built to house prisoners of war, the prison was expanded under the regime of former Syrian President Hafez al-Assad to hold political prisoners, dissidents, and anyone deemed a threat to the government. The conditions inside the prison are harsh and inhumane, with prisoners kept in overcrowded cells without access to medical care or basic necessities. Torture is a common practice in Tadmor, with methods including beatings, electrocution, and the use of stress positions. Many prisoners are forced to sign false confessions or give false testimony against others in order to stop the torture. The prison has also been the site of numerous mass killings, with reports of thousands of prisoners being executed in a single day. In 1980, an uprising by political prisoners resulted in the massacre of more than 1,000 inmates, many of whom were summarily executed. Despite the international condemnation of its human rights abuses, Tadmor Military Prison remains in operation to this day. Its reputation as a symbol of the Syrian government's brutality has only grown in recent years, with reports of torture and mass killings continuing to emerge. Overall, Tadmor Military Prison serves as a chilling reminder of the extreme lengths that authoritarian regimes will go to maintain their power and suppress dissent. The human toll of its brutality and violence is immeasurable, and the ongoing suffering of those held within its walls is a tragic testament to the ongoing struggle for human rights and justice around the world. Guantanamo Bay, located in Cuba, is a United States military prison that has been the source of controversy and human rights abuses since its establishment in 2002. The prison was created to hold individuals suspected of involvement in terrorist activities, but it quickly gained notoriety for its harsh treatment of prisoners and lack of due process. Prisoners at Guantanamo Bay have been subjected to a range of abuses, including waterboarding, sleep deprivation, and force feeding. Many have been held without charge or trial for years, with no access to legal representation or the right to challenge their detention. The conditions inside the prison are also harsh, with prisoners held in small cells without access to natural light or adequate medical care. Reports of physical and psychological torture, including prolonged isolation and sensory deprivation, have raised serious concerns about the treatment of detainees at the facility. Despite international condemnation and ongoing legal challenges, Guantanamo Bay remains in operation to this day. Its use as a site for extrajudicial detention and interrogation has raised important questions about the ethics of counterterrorism tactics and the role of the United States in promoting human rights around the world. The ongoing human toll of the prison's abuses is immeasurable, and the stories of those who have been held there serve as a chilling reminder of the consequences of unchecked government power and the importance of protecting human rights and due process for all. Black Dolphin Prison, located in Russia, is one of the most notorious and secure prisons in the world. It is designed to hold the most dangerous and violent criminals, including serial killers, terrorists, and organized crime bosses. The conditions inside the prison are harsh and inhumane, with prisoners subjected to strict rules and dehumanizing treatment. They are housed in small cells and allowed only limited contact with other prisoners or the outside world. Reports of torture, including the use of electric shock and beatings, are common. Security at Black Dolphin is extremely tight, with a range of advanced technologies and measures in place to prevent escapes and unauthorized communication. Prisoners are monitored constantly by guards and surveillance cameras, and any attempt to escape or communicate with the outside world can result in severe punishment. Black Dolphin is also known for its use of capital punishment, with executions carried out by firing squad. The practice has drawn criticism from human rights organizations and sparked debates about the ethics of state-sanctioned killing. Despite the intense security measures in place, there have been occasional escape attempts from Black Dolphin. In 2013, 2 prisoners attempted to escape by sawing through the bars of their cell, but they were quickly apprehended and returned to the prison. Overall, Black Dolphin Prison serves as a chilling reminder of the extreme measures that can be taken to isolate and control dangerous individuals. While it may be effective in preventing escape and reducing the risk of harm to the public, the prison's harsh conditions and dehumanizing treatment raise important questions about the ethics of punishment and rehabilitation in the criminal justice system. La Santé Prison, located in Paris, France, is one of the most infamous and notorious prisons in Europe. The prison has a long and troubled history, marked by overcrowding, riots, and allegations of abuse and mistreatment of prisoners. Originally built in the 19th century, La Santé has been the site of numerous high-profile escapes and attempted escapes, including a daring helicopter escape in 2013 that saw 2 prisoners lifted from the prison yard by a hijacked helicopter. The conditions inside the prison are harsh and inhumane, with prisoners often held in overcrowded cells with limited access to basic necessities like food, water, and medical care. Reports of physical and psychological abuse, including beatings and isolation, have raised concerns about the treatment of prisoners at the facility. The prison has also been the site of numerous riots and protests by prisoners, with complaints ranging from poor conditions to mistreatment by guards. In 2003, a riot at the prison resulted in extensive damage to the facility and the death of 1 prisoner. Despite ongoing efforts to reform the prison and improve conditions for inmates, La Santé remains a symbol of the failings of the French justice system and the challenges of balancing punishment with rehabilitation. Its history of overcrowding, violence, and human rights abuses serve as a chilling reminder of the need for ongoing reform and accountability in the criminal justice system.